afternoon, everyone, or good evening, I should say, and welcome to the virtual debut of the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail Trail logo. We're so excited and delighted that you joined us today. We have a room full of folks, and looking forward to sharing this after this private screening. But before we see the logo, we're going to welcome our collaborative partners and creative team and talk about the process that we've been going through for the last year in year one, and also the creative process that led to this logo and also to the movie trailer, if you will, that you're going to see introducing the logo. If you have comments, feel free to comment. I do see that folks are introducing themselves. Please feel free to introduce yourselves in the comments and also to visit our reception area and the other areas that you will find introducing our collaborative partners and other information regarding the logo. But let's get started with just a little bit of the background for a few minutes, and then we'll introduce our collaborative partners. We are the Gullah Geechee Chamber Foundation, which was started in 2020 to raise funds supporting the educational programs of the Gullah Geechee Chamber of Commerce. And we are also the Gullah Geechee Chamber of Commerce, started in 2018 to create global awareness, profitability, and sustainability of African American businesses and other entities impacting the Gullah Geechee community. What are those educational programs? A 12-week entrepreneurship program, and what we have in design right now, even as we speak, a cultural program and customer service program. We also will be doing seafood handling, but you'll learn more about that when we introduce you to our collaborative partners. We also have environmental and energy programs, and of course, under the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail, the entrepreneurship program will prepare our members of our community to be on the seafood trail. We want to set up our Gullah Geechee businesses, which include restaurants, aquaculturists, which is a fancy word for the fishermen and women, the crabbers, the oyster harvesters, and the shrimpers, and creators that use water in our waterways to celebrate our culture. We want to set them up for success on the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail. We're delighted to have you here tonight, and let's learn more. First, we want to give a huge thank you to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA. It is through the Solston Stall Kennedy Grant Program that we received $283,000 for a 2-year grant establishing the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail. And the actual mission of the grant is to preserve the Gullah Geechee maritime heritage and create economic resilience through a Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail. So for us to preserve our heritage, we are creating economic uplift so that we can keep our children home, maybe leave a family business with them, maybe leave those aquaculture traditions to our children and next generations. And this is part of that infrastructure that is being created that we hope will cover the entire Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor. This grant is right now just for the state of South Carolina. But from day one, we had plans to expand to North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, as you can see by this map. Why is it so important that we note and be a part of the infrastructure for economic uplift? Because it has been determined through a market research study funded by the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission that Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage tourism potential is $34 billion annually. And this cannot happen if we don't have the infrastructure in which our small businesses, our aquaculturists, our creators, and our collaborative partners can tap into that potential. So you should be excited, just as we are, about this $34 billion annual potential and the impact that it can have on our community. And next, very importantly, we want to say thank you to our collaborative partners, the South Carolina Sea Grant Consortium, the Wegoja Foundation, the Gullah Geechee Nation, Gullah Geechee Fishing Association, and Anthem Press at Coastal Carolina University. They all serve an important part in making the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail happen. And with that, I want to introduce our first partner, the South Carolina Sea Grant Consortium, represented by Mr. Matthew Gorstein. All right. Here comes Matt. Hey, Matt, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you. Isn't this
great.
wonderful that we could do this virtually?
Oh, I know. It is. It is. Never stop. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Marilyn. Yeah, so my name's Matt Gorstein. I'm the Assistant Director for Development and Extension with the South Carolina Sea Grant Consortium. And so what we are, so we're a member of a nationwide network of 34 Sea Grant college programs that are certified by the National Sea Grant College Program located within NOAA. And so our purpose is to generate and provide science-based information on issues and opportunities in order to improve the social and economic well-being of coastal residents while also ensuring the optimal use of natural resources. And so we conduct projects and programs on a variety of coastal and marine issues, fishing, aquaculture, sustainable economic development, and we're really happy to partner with the Gullah Geechee Chamber of Commerce and our other partners on this project.
Thank you, Matt. And just before you leave, I just want to note to everyone, you can visit and learn more at www.southcarolinaseagrant, I should say sccgrant.org. Thank you, Matt, and we'll see you again in a few moments.
Thank you.
All right. Our next partner is the We Goja Foundation. We're excited to have them joining us also and share what they have been doing to help us make this happen. So as I bring on, where is she? There you go, Miss Janie Harriet. All right. And I can't see her right now. All right. Let me try to bring her back on again. All right. Just one moment. All right. Let me see if I can get her in. All right. Oh, no, for some reason she's not coming back in. So while we fix that problem, let me go to Miss Dawn Dawson House and see if I can bring Dawn in to represent We Goja. Hey, Dawn, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
All right, so we roll with it. I don't know why Miss Janie Harriet, we wanted to come on, it's not, but we're going to keep trying to bring her on. But you are with the We Goja Foundation. If you could share with us the We Goja Foundation mission.
Sure. Our mission is to identify, document, and promote African American history, heritage, and sites across South Carolina. So we thought this collaboration with the Gullah Geechee the Gullah Geechee Trail was a no-brainer. We figured that we would be happy to do this. And our role in this is to gather historic oral histories from actual Gullah people who live along the coast. We've done dozens of them, and we've gotten some really good information about people, including how they used to fish, how they used to wait until low tide in the pluff mud to crab on the side of tidal creeks, how they used to watch their parents fish and farm and do everything on the coast. We've been talking to artists and a lot of people. So the kind of flavor we hope to bring to this trail will be not just here are the restaurants and here are great places to fish and docks and stuff like that, but details about the actual people who live here and had a life here and can still build an economic life here. So that's what our role is. We are very grateful to Marilyn for giving us this opportunity, and we're going to keep doing everything we need to do to make this trail successful.
Thank you, Dawn. Really appreciate your words. And we're going to keep trying to bring Janie in because she needs to have this spotlight at this moment because of the work that she's done. So if you could just kind of work with her in the background, we would appreciate it. Don't you just love live TV? I guess you can call it live podcasting. Things happen. But bear with us, folks. We're going to try to give her her moment because of the great work that she's been doing. We'll see you in a moment. Thanks, Dawn. All right, folks, we have our others, and I'm just going to talk about them briefly. And that's the Gullah Geechee Nation with Queen Quet and Gullah Geechee Fishing Association, also led by Queen Quet, and more than 65 members of the Gullah Geechee Fishing Association in Beaufort County along the Gullah Geechee corridor. And Anthem Press, led by Allie at Coastal Carolina, Allie Crandall at Coastal Carolina University. So hopefully we'll be able to get Janie in before we go into our unveiling of our logo. But we wanted to thank those folks who could not make it with us tonight, but certainly deserve to be the shout out. Certainly deserve the shout out for the work that they've been doing with the Gullah Geechee Chamber of Commerce, the Gullah Geechee Chamber Foundation. All right. So there she is. All right. I got to grab you while I can. Janie, can you hear me? We can see you, but your video is locked up. And it's so interesting because just before we started, everything was working fine. All right. Hello, Janie. Can you hear me? Yeah, you are locking up. So let me come back to you and we'll give you your moment. All right. So thank you, Janie. You stay there, keep working on it, and we'll give you your moment there. All right. So next we have joining us our creative team, those who are making this logo happen and making tonight happen. And first, we want to introduce Mr. Cornelius Cakeley. He is with MIA Graphics, formerly My Image Appeals Graphic Design, and we'll bring Cornelius in. Cornelius, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm going to go ahead and bring Henry in also, and then we'll get to talking to both of you. And Henry is with Seriously Fun Productions. And here comes Henry. Hey, Henry, how are you also?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much. And we got Janie and Allie in the back. So we're going to, before we show the video, we're going to bring both of them on. I know they can hear me just so that we can share their spotlight with them and just really highlight the work that they've been doing with us. But we have our creative team with us. And if you guys have any questions, drop the questions in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them. We do have a few moments to answer those questions. But let's start with the logo design itself. And Cornelius, your background, because you are actually, before we awarded this to you, we released a request for proposal for the logo. And I must say that you answered that request for proposal, what we were asking for, the colors, the design, the look, and also the storytelling. It's while we were going through the process of tweaking the logo that you shared with me that you were actually Gullah Geechee. So if you could share with me, you came out of North Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Where you spent most of your childhood. You're a graduate of Charleston County Public Schools. You received your Bachelor of Arts from the mighty Benedict College in Studio Arts and a Master of Fine Arts in Media Design from Full Sail University. So tell us, Cornelius, you working through this process when you received a request for proposal, how much it meant to you and your process as you went through the design.
Oh, well, when I read the proposal, the first thing happened is memory, because in North Charleston, as the sun set, you could see it set over the Cooper River, or we would be down at the Battery or on the beach somewhere. And the colors that you all proposed to me, I can see those colors. I can recall those colors growing up. And I recall crabbing with some friends, got bit by a crab before, in the waterways that would come off the Cooper River. And all that played into the logo design, seeing the fishermen throw nets and, going to Folly Beach and seeing the fish, Mosquito Beach and those areas, also over in Mount Pleasant area. So all that came into play when I started doing the logo. And I envisioned what you all was trying to say when I saw it. If you notice on the logo, there's a fisherman with a pole. We used to have the cane pole, and we used to fish with the cane pole. And then while we were doing that, you would see someone on the water throwing in a net or something. So all that came into play along with the birds. For some reason, I was always intrigued with the cranes and the seagulls that would be along the shore and the sandpipers that were fishing. So I included that in the logo also.
Very good. And so the colors, the animals came together, the actions, and I must say that we were all as a team involved with the process and the decision making. And the Gullah Geechee Chamber Foundation made the final decision. But when we opened your logos, your suggestions, we were all moved because you hit it dead on what we wanted. And it was that storytelling part, because storytelling is a huge part of the Gullah Geechee culture. Storytelling incorporates our language and incorporates our music, and I must say that you captured that moment. So just moving on, not only does it look good, and I know everybody's getting excited and everything, but Henry is from Georgetown. He's a homeboy.
Mhm. I am.
Henry, serious fun production. Henry reached out to me. He's helped us with our environmental programming. Really did a good job this year. More than a good job, a wonderful job with our Gullah Geechee Environmental and Energy Conference in Georgetown of October this year. We're going to be in Brunswick next year. So he's going to Brunswick, Georgia with us. But Henry, you saw the logo. And I wanted you came up with the video. I wanted you to explain that process and what you would like folks to get out of this video that we're going to see in a few minutes.
So after you presented the logo to me and what you wanted to do a grand reveal, I thought about the process of creating the logo in it, and I likened it to hammering and chiseling steel and coming up with a final product after that. So you'll see in the depiction as the logo going through its forming and being created, and then you'll see a final product. So the whole thing is just a grand reveal, a grand reveal from its from the fire to logo.
What I like about the whole creative process with both Henry and Cornelius is that you took our suggestions. We had some back and forth because both of you are creators and you're artists in your own right. And so you kind of, I wouldn't say pushback, but you certainly expressed yourself thinking, okay, this would be a little bit better, Marilyn. And I hope that you know that we respect your craft, your creative process, and you both really took that and I think really delivered what we need as we move forward in the future. Do you have any final thoughts before we move on to Allie and Janie and then the video? And make sure you tell us your websites because we want people, or how to get in touch with you. We'll start with Cornelius.
Okay, my website is www.miagraphics.com. On the website, you will see several logo designs, political campaigns, brochures, some illustrations of my work that was recently in the Mint Museum in Charlotte. I'm an illustrator and painter. My background, you can see behind me, I have some paintings that I'm trying to finish before the first of the year. But you will see those on my website. I was in Charleston growing up, by the way, a little more history. I'm a former graffiti artist. Well, still a graffiti artist. That was in a museum. So art has always been part of my background as I was growing up. Yes, she has the website up now. So if anyone's interested in looking at it besides here, you can go there and see some of my work.
Very good. And Cornelius, what would you like to share as we move forward with this process?
You mean?
With your contact information or any last words for anybody out there who's a creator?
Oh, who's a creator? Always remember, you have to develop a shell because you're putting yourself out every day for someone to tell you that they either like it or they do not like it. And that's what I express to my students. But to get in contact with me, you can email me the same email, miagraphics@gmail.com. Or on my website, you can see my contact information. And
Very good.
okay.
Very good. Thank you. And Henry, do you have any last words to share with our audience? And what is your website?
Okay, I'm at Serious Fun Productions with no space.com. It's actually undergoing a revamping right now. But now the part that you got from me is this pre-production, post-production, but my company is actually audio and live streaming and events, things of that nature. So that's what we do. We actually do live events and we stream them. So we take the streaming part off of our clients' shoulders, and we do that kind of stuff. And because you called me basically because I do a lot of pre-production, so I have to brand all of our live streams to match logos and colors and all of that. So that's a part of what we do in setting up. So, it's just it's a labor of love. It's something that we do for fun and for pay. But this is just something that it was a maturization because we were into audio and the video part just came afterwards.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cornelius. Thank you, Henry, for everything that you've done, bringing this and making this happen for us. You are deeply appreciated. And everyone, please go to their websites and support them and reach out, talk to them, especially our young folks that are interested in getting into the creative field. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Cornelius. We will be seeing you in the future.
Thank you.
And we're going to bring on Allie Crandall of Coastal Carolina University. Let's see if we could get Janie on too. Janie, can you hear us now? I can see you. I saw you blinking, so I hope we can hear you. Allie, how are you? Janie, make sure you unmute. Allie, how are you doing?
Doing great, Marilyn. So excited to be here.
I'm excited that you're here also. Can you share with us the work that you are doing with the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail process?
Absolutely. So we come from the Athenaeum Press at Coastal Carolina University, which also holds the only institute for Gullah Geechee and African Diaspora Studies, the Joyner Institute. And what we're working on is...
Janie, there you go, Janie. We hear you, and Allie's sharing with us right now. All right, go ahead, Allie.
And we're working on a long-term project through the National Archives called the Gullah Geechee Digital Project. That's and
right,
website
so
is Gullah Geechee.
Yeah, she has a delay. Go ahead, Allie. I'm sending her a note right now.
No problem. It's GullahGeecheeCC.com.
With Dawn.
And we're really excited to host the long form interviews. And so, we're really excited to help the stories of all of the heritage and stories and traditions that we were just talking about, everything from being bitten by a crab to how some folks are revolutionizing foodways in South Carolina to host their full stories on our website. So we're thrilled to be part of this project.
Very good. Thank you, Allie. I appreciate you. I appreciate Coastal Carolina University. And I'm not going to pronounce that press name again. So
you got it by the end of this project, Marilyn.
I don't want you giving me those looks anymore. I've got to practice it, but we love Coastal Carolina University, and we love the work that you guys are doing with us. And I know I definitely will be seeing you probably tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Probably tomorrow.
Thank you very much. And let me try to get Janie on. All right. And here we go. Janie, are you there? There is a delay. Hey, can you hear me?
Here. I don't know.
Delayed. There you go.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we got you. I can hear you too. Can you share with us a few words?
Yes. I'm so excited because the oral interviews are going very well. I'm just so excited about what we're doing, the kind of stuff we're getting. And I know that, this technique is going on, but just know for those of you that this is a real exciting project. Wegosia is happy to be part of it, and we'll have some real good stuff for you.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Janie. I wanted you to have your moment because of the work that you've been doing with us, the individual interviews that are very important. And we're going to have 40 by the time we finish. And we look forward to more work from you. Thank you, Janie. You're much appreciated. Well, folks, that was a lot of stuff. And one of the things we want to bring with you is how to get engaged. We're looking for sponsors. We need diverse streams of revenue to keep the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail website going. You can contact me, Marilyn, at gullahgeecheechamber.org, or our phone number, 843-318-8644. You could join the chamber, or you can also volunteer at gullahgeecheechamber.org. You can also donate and volunteer at GullahGeecheeFoundation.org to continue supporting our programs. We want to thank you. And now, what you've been waiting for, and we've been waiting for it too, because we are so delighted and excited to share it with you. So let me go ahead and bring up the virtual debut of the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail logo. And so important, before we go, I want to thank everyone in this past year that supported our collaborative team, supported the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail, those who showed up at our focus groups. We had over 30 participants across the entire South Carolina coast, in Georgetown, Charleston, Beaufort, and inland in Kingstree. We have a total of 40 individual interviews will be conducted up and down the coast of South Carolina. And we had 3 kickoff events, Beaufort, Charleston, and Georgetown, where we just had a good time, enjoyed a taste of Gullah, and really got to know our community, elected officials, and community members. So we want to, on behalf of the entire collaborative team, send a heartfelt thank you. Please get in touch with us at any time, and we look forward to introducing the Gullah Geechee Seafood Trail in 2023. But tonight, we're going to introduce the logo. Thank you, and here we go.